What is up, guys? Man, Real Diversity. We are back. It's been a minute since we made a video. We're here to talk about NBA 2K My Team, 2K21 My Team, specifically. But we also will get into just the overall game later on in the video. But early here on, we're gonna just talk about My Team for now, because that's what we mainly do videos on is My Team. That's what our biggest focus on has been on in 2K the last. I want to say 3 years has been My Team. I stopped really giving my career a lot of I stopped giving my career a lot of interest a few years back after they took Parks out. So it just ain't been as fun since then. But yeah, my team has still been living it up. So here, let's look at the first photo here. And you guys may know this video is coming out a little bit late. You guys may know a little bit more so far about my team by now. This is the last thing I've seen about my team. So I'm assuming this is what we're still on it information wise. But here we're just gonna break down some pictures I came across comparing them to what we done this year, and I think so far, I'm just saying now, it looks like a great big amount of improvement here. This first one here is the exchange. This is new. We don't really know what this is yet, but as far as I can tell, if you have a player, you will be able to exchange it for either a player of greater value. It could be the same card, or it could be just like you say you have an emerald card, right? And then you just exchange it out for one of the other emerald cards, right? So I think that may also be the deal with this. I'm not, like I said, 100% sure yet. I think it's more of a like a you get one of these cards and you can just move it, like just get the different ones if you don't like the one you got, so to speak, such as that. I probably should did some research on this exchange one first. This is probably the least photo I know least about. But as far as my guess goes, this is like basically the token rewards. I want to say again, but instead of being like locked in with a player, you can exchange it. Or this may not even be related to tokens. This could just be you get a card, you get one of these cards, and you can just switch them around from each other. Or even say you got two emeralds, maybe you can exchange two emeralds for a ruby or something like that. So I don't know how well that works. I should have probably looked a little bit more into this exchange still, but yeah, it's all right. We'll break it down. I guess because the game comes out within a few days anyway, so you will know by then. Beta. Anyways, next picture up with this starter. So this is kind of similar to what they did this year, as far as the Vince Carter and like you got to choose between Vince Carter, I think T Mac. I can't remember the point guard. Just you got to choose between like five players, all position. Dirk, I think was one as well. I could be wrong. I think so. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you this straight up, and yeah, we're gonna talk about what the upgrades is. The Evos look different this year, but straight up, starters get you a center, small forward, or point guard. Those are usually the most expensive cards. Power forwards are normally cheaper. Uh, the cheapest cards. Shooting guards are normally definitely the cheapest cards. Point guards are probably cheaper than the most expensive by far is small forwards. You will have the hardest time getting a small forward, but you will also have the hardest time getting a good center as well. So I say just go for the center now, because the reason is small forward is a very versatile position. You can't get a lot of twos to play the three. You can get a lot of fours to play the three. It's not something that you don't need a like the normal threes in the NBA are all usually superstars like Kawhi, Giannis, LeBron, Kevin Durant, those guys like that. So those guys are it's and once again all of those guys can play like a bunch of positions. So your three doesn't necessarily have to be a true wing player, but yeah, small forwards are normally just the most expensive. So, if there is a good small forward option, go for that too. But I say go get this Shaq first and foremost, because centers, if he's just Shaq's obviously gonna be dominant inside, and long as he's good on defense, you can use this card for like usually the first 2 months of the game. So I say that. But also moving into his upgrade abilities. So I don't know if you get to choose between either one or the other, or if you can unlock both of these. But this is very interesting because you're not limited now as to oops not limited on your upgrades. You have a little bit of upgrade freedom here, and you can be more offensive first, or if you really think you need some more defense, then you can go defensive first. Whichever one actually kind of helps you out more, you can get that one first instead of having to kind of wait, two evolutions before you can finally get a good 3 pointer or something like that. So this Shaq is a really good example of that. So next up. is the packs, right? So it looks like wait, what is this? One will rise to the top token level. So there's a level system now. In turn, you get XP. So I don't know why I didn't look at this earlier, but so it says he's like level one at the top here. I don't know if this is similar to what exactly this is for season progress. So I guess the entire year you have a level, but I don't know how do you get the XP. Whether it's from like card collection or games played. I don't know what the thing is for this leveling up thing, but looks like it. I mean, from what I'm seeing, a 96 Hall of Fame, a 96 Pink Diamond Curry, that is not does not look like the if end of the game rewards. So I'm assuming this is like something you can probably get within the first month or two. So I think it's based off of maybe things you accomplish. It could be also it could just be everything combined that involves leveling. Whether it be like your card collection, or it could also include domination games played, triple threat games played, or it could be a specific one. This could just be like a triple threat level system here, or it's no telling with this off the bat. Just looking at this picture, um, but so far this is a really cool concept to me. So basically everything you kind of do goes to something. If that is the case, everything kind of goes to something. I really hope this is not like a triple threat you only deal. Since it says season progress, I will assume that that means that it is for a limited time only. And hopefully this is like instead of going 12 and 0 and like unlimited. Hopefully this is like that new kind of unlimited deal where you just gotta reach this certain level for that season, and you get the season reward, and then you move on. Cause that 12 and 0 unlimited deal, it's a lot that can happen. Bad connection. I mean, it is just so much that goes wrong with that. You just get someone that just has a 10 times better team. It's just like wrong. So next picture though, grand prize. Now, like I said, I forgot about this picture. We were just talking about unlimited, right? Speaking more on that. So here, you don't necessarily have to. This is the grand prize. Is what I'm assuming is like the limited deal, right? But let me read it out loud for you guys. Your lineup must include. So you get you. Oh no. I got this wrong. This is like a. This is like a. This is kind of like you guys know every week if you log in every day every week, and then you got that wheel spin. You got a wheel spin every week. This is kind of like that with these rings, but obviously you can do everything you need in 1 week within like a day or so. But here there are conditions you have every week that you complete. You complete these conditions, you get a ring for that week, and then obviously if you do it within 5 weeks, you will have that grand prize. Now I remember this is not new. I can't remember exactly the system it was back in the day, but I remember there was a similar system, and what did happen though is you could easily get behind in this, which is something I did hate. And then like I can't. What was that system? It was something similar to this, and if you got behind in it, then your rewards would be a little behind than everyone else's. So this one is one of those, and yeah, you definitely got to be on it from the jump. So let's look at the game conditions. So I think you just play one game, and it says you have 31 hours. So I'm sure this one has already been up for a couple of days. I'm sure each of these would be like a week's long timer. So yeah, 3 point contest participant limited to one Ruby player. No players ranked Amethyst or higher. So you can't even use the Amethyst here. Not must include 5 current NBA players. So, just a few stipulations there. You get one ring, you get 5 rings, you get the grand prize. Sometimes I'm sure maybe the rings may increase over the year. But yeah, so far it starts at 5. Now this here looks like to be a triple threat board. I am uncertain of that exactly. Just could be triple threat or also plus unlimited board, but this is way better to me than the other ones, right? So you complete the board, you get a grand prize, right? So here at the same time though, even if you don't complete the board, right? So say it says you have 4 picks there at the bottom on the bottom left. So I'm assuming what this means is you have you win, and the more you win, like so, and there's a fouls at the left as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's one, two, three, six of them. So with six of those, you lose six times and your board resets. Is what I'm assuming. But each time you win, if you win consecutively, you will get more and more picks. And then if you probably win it to a certain amount, you should be able to just be able to complete the board after a certain amount of time, and then you get this grand prize. Um, what I like about this is, so say maybe you don't get the grand prize on the board, but there's still a good chance that you can get the best rewards on the board. So say you just look up and pick like the best reward on the board after your first win, and I mean you're pretty solid there. And even if you lose like six in a row after that, I mean you still did pretty solid to me. It's just a good luck chance, and necessarily you don't have to keep winning to get the best rewards. But obviously, if you want the grand prize, you have to keep winning. But I kind of just like this system a little better. Than didn't like the triple threat ball drop thing. So this could be triple threat or unlimited. I'm not sure which one. With six losses, I almost want to say there's got to be triple threat in my opinion with six losses, but that also could still be unlimited at the same time. But either way, yeah. So nice to see that they're starting off with pink diamonds. Are the last year it started off with diamonds being the best rewards you could get. Now this year is pink diamonds on everything as I've seen so far. Um, so yeah, that's it for the pictures I have. But yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit still more about my team though. My team so far it looks like it's really improved. Like just my honest opinion, the things they've done looks better. Like so far from those pictures just alone, everything looks cleaner. I like the card art. I like the what they're doing. I have not seen a ball drop, so I'm really happy about that. Ball drops kind of suck. And so far yeah, it just looks pretty neat. Only thing I'm already hating already is pink diamonds, guys. Pink diamonds are already you can have a pink diamond looks like within the first week or two. So that's right there is a little disheartening because I don't want to be going against pink diamonds in the first week. That's I mean by October we already have opals, so they're really speeding it up, and I really don't like that. I like when my team is normal for at least the first 2 3 months, right? You got normal teams. Your team isn't overpowered immediately. That's what I really like to see. Maybe just put some really cheesy like diamonds in there or something like that. But we're getting pink diamonds almost straight off the bat, and that can be disheartening. But maybe we'll have pink diamonds for a long time. Maybe we'll have pink diamonds for at least 5 months. But I can really see that getting really dull really quick. So they really should probably slow down there on their pace. Maybe at most the max you should have been able to get on like release first week or month is probably a diamond. But yeah, I mean, this is something 2K's always been done. And on the screen right now is some. I've been playing the demo. These are some demo highlights. Lakers versus the Celtics. Um, what I have so overall about the game, um, it does feel different. I will admit that. A lot of times the game they really say it's a new game, but it's not. One thing I will say though, the graphics look the same. Obviously, I don't really expect them to really improve until the next gen console. So, I'm really just hoping on these next gen consoles there is a big up improvement in terms of the way the game looks. But even though it's still fine, obviously it still just looks as clear as possible at times anyway. So it's okay with the current standards of the graphics. But no, there is one thing though that I did notice. There is new animations. Now, they usually always say that, but it's hard to believe. But there was a quite a bit of new foul animations. That is true. Here what I've noticed, there is a bunch of foul animations. Different ones. Also, the game feels a little bit more fluid, I want to say. And then they did say you would be able to chain your dribble moves better together, and that does seem to be the case here as well. Dribble moves do seem a little bit more chainable. Um, to me, but that also makes it a little bit harder to do what I'm used to. I instantly just kind of came in there and started doing the same old combos I had always been doing, and in 2K20, and it just like was not working. And I remember the first, I don't know why I got in this habit, but I got in this habit of doing a step back right as soon as I cross half court, and that animation does not work anymore. You do it and you will get a backcourt every time. I don't know why I got in the habit of doing it, but I got a backcourt every single time I came down with the ball because I would do like a pullback right as soon as I crossed the half court. And I don't know what the animation used to be for me, but must have didn't get backwards because something's definitely different. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, more chainable, feels a little bit smoother, fluid. The shot meter, I'm not a big fan of, but was able to green some early on. So I'm okay with it. I just don't like the new layup thing, so I will have to probably change. They say you can change that. Or I just don't understand it. One of the two. I just don't know how to make like every time I do go for like a layup in a direction I want it to go, it says like wide right, wide left, and that's a red, and then it gives me like usually it's a good chance I missed the shot, right? So it's a and reverses are hard to do. There's just it's just different, so I want to give it a try, but I don't know yet where am I supposed to angle the direction with the left stick or the right stick? I'm confused about on that so far, but yeah, and but yeah, my team, I mean my career though has not been looking promising though because it looks like they have the same old pie charts, so I'm stuck here with the same pie charts. I really want to make a balanced build this year because it's kind of what I always had back in the day was all around build type deal. You could be like a little bit more of a shooter. You could be a little bit more of a slasher, and usually most all the builds could still do the same things. And I remember you could be like a playmaker too as well. But you still weren't limited. Here it's like you either can be really good at one thing, like really perfect at one thing, whether that's dunking, shooting, defense, playmaking, but you will really be cut at a lot of other stuff. Even if you go half and half, a lot of times some of them just don't seem right. But this year, it really does. Your position really does matter in terms of what you want to do, right? So if you want to be, like if you want to be like a really good slashing guard, it's probably best for you to be a shooting guard, right? And if you want to be like a really big playmaker, it's probably best for you to go point guard, playmaker instead of going like a shooting guard or small forward playmaker, right? So it's probably better to do things like that this year than it was in it's just a lot of things you got to really look into. Positions really matter this year in terms of like defense, your ability to, just a lot. Every stat really seems to matter in terms of your position. So it's kind of sucks there. And I just really want to make like a LeBron type build this year. But I just can't I just will be either too slow or I just will either be just bad at shooting or just it's just nothing I really could do to make him a balanced player. So I just decided to go with like the James Harden type approach, a nice shooting slash playmaker type deal, and then yeah, see how that goes from there. But I really wanted just a little bit of slashing in there too. So it's if I could have cut defense out to the pie charts, like I said, just aren't diverse enough in my opinion. But yeah, I mean that's just something I feel like they got to give us more freedom on our own pie charts. So yeah, um, yeah. Let me know what you guys think though. This is it for this video, man. My team, like I said, looks really promising though. I will admit that it's always didn't look promising. My career once again looks a little bit disappointing. But the first thing we're gonna be on is my career, my team, and then we might hop on the my career this year. But anyway, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Real diversity, we're out. Hit that subscribe, by the way.